Why are cults so appealing? Because they feed off the mind's ideological nature, which we've talked about many times before. When I talk about epistemology, what I'm basically talking about is all the ways in which the mind clings to ideas and perspectives and how it gets paradigm locked. So the cult will exploit this tendency of the mind. And watch out about this common misconception if you think that, oh, well, yeah, but I'm too intelligent to ever fall prey to joining a cult. No, you're not. You're not. It has nothing to do with intelligence or IQ. No matter how smart you are, your mind still has these self-deception mechanisms within it, which can be easily activated if you know what you're doing. Your mind is still always ideological. It always loves to cling to perspectives. It's very easy to delude yourself, even if you're intelligent. In fact, in a certain sense, intelligent people are even easier to delude, because all you have to do is appeal to their intelligence. Cults love to prey on the emotionally vulnerable, especially when you're feeling depressed or lonely, or you just got a divorce, or you've got an illness, or you're dealing with a substance addiction problem, or you're just feeling like you're in a slump and you're stuck in life and you have no sense of purpose or direction. That's when you are the most vulnerable to be recruited into a cult. And that's so common these days that pretty much that's everybody right there. Most people have one of those problems. So also, these cults are so appealing because they do offer valid spiritual insights. They actually can feel like they're helping you at first. They're also very appealing because they offer an easy sense of life purpose. So instead of taking my life purpose course and really working through the exercises and racking your mind trying to figure out your life purpose and spending years developing and building your life purpose and developing mastery in something and figuring all that out, rather than doing that, the legitimate way to get a life purpose, instead what people do is they just find some cheap, easy shortcut to a life purpose through a cult. And that's a really easy way to lure people in. Because the ego needs a sense of purpose and a sense of meaning in its life. That's what gives it a sense of direction and motivation. And so if you want to motivate somebody very easily, offer them a cult. They'll become so motivated, at least at first. Of course, what are they going to be motivated towards? Towards good or towards evil? Well, with a cult, it's going to be towards evil or devilry, as I call it. And when I say evil, all I mean is just selfishness. And also, cults are so appealing because our epistemic education is so poor. We're not taught about any of these ideas in school or in university. Think about what a cult offers you psychologically. A cult offers security, status, friendship, family, community, meaning, purpose, financial support, spiritual connection, approval, love, feeling special, a sense of identity, especially if you don't like your old identity, an escape from responsibility and work, and legitimate wisdom. Think of how that appeals to the mind. That hits every button you have. That right there, that list of stuff is basically what you want, right? Isn't that why you're listening to me in the first place? You want some of that. You want some security in your life. You want some connection. You want some higher purpose. You want love. You want to feel special. You want a new identity because you're not happy with your old one. You want wisdom. Well, I can very easily exploit that if I want to satisfy all of my personal needs. So now let's get to the master list of all the characteristics that define a cult. This is what you want to take notes on. The cult makes you totally dependent on them for financial and emotional support. That's one of the defining characteristics of a cult. They want to make you dependent. They want you to join them and to quit your old job and cut off all your old friends. You don't need them anymore. You're part of this loving family now. It's your second family, the family you never had before. You know, your old family, they didn't love you, they didn't appreciate you, but we as the cult, we will. And so as we're showering you with approval and love and a sense of purpose, and you're buying into all that, we also make you financially and emotionally dependent on us, such that then if you want to leave, well, you quit your old job, you're working for us, I'm paying you as the cult leader, I'm going to be paying you some tiny amount, or we're going to be exchanging some goods, like maybe you get to stay in my cabin or something and live on my compound. And that's kind of nice, right? If you're like a college kid, you don't know how to support yourself, you don't want a lame 9-to-5 job where you have to go work at Walmart or something, you don't want that. Come join my compound, stay in my cabin, you can have all the free food and stuff you want, just, eat from the compound cafeteria. We'll have free snacks for you and brownies on Fridays and all this. Free weed, come join. That's going to look very appealing because to you, you're thinking, well, damn, why go work at Walmart when I can just like live here to like a little spiritual community. Everyone there is so loving and nice. This is kind of like self-development, right? And of course, then that's how we get you financially. And now you want to leave my compound? Well, you can't. You don't even have enough money to buy a bus ticket unless I approve it and buy it for you because you're so dependent on me. And then you're also going to be psychologically dependent on me as well. Because now, as your new surrogate family and circle of friends, this cult will be giving you approval and opportunities for relationships and friendships and sex, all of that stuff that you want that you can't get usually. So are you going to leave all that just on a whim? It's going to take something serious, a serious epiphany for you to be able to pull yourself out of that. We're going to try to addict you. A cult is going to undermine your ability to think independently. Like hyper-conformity. We're going to try to replace your authentic identity, the one you've had your whole life, with a new false identity. Oftentimes this will be a spiritual identity or an identity of an awakened person. And we will use various kinds of mind control techniques to program that into you. Of course, the identity that we will be programming into you is precisely the one that serves me as the authoritarian leader. So everything you're going to be programmed with will subtly try to reinforce that authoritarian pyramid scheme that I want to build.